Fortress, and let me introduce them for you guys who are interested to see who they are, since this is our first time today. We've got Cooler, Forsaken, Shark, I want to say Mufu, because I don't want to say the other one, Cypher, and Shadowburn. And of course, inside of Flatearth, this is, I believe, your third time seeing them today. We've got Drakeus, RTR, Bromas, Lynx, Crew, and Vonethil. And of course, you're going to recognize Crew. Now I see he's leaving the game finally. Crew from Melty. He's actually joined this team now. And they've had a pretty good tear so far. Let's see how maybe Shadowburn goes off this initial attack here on this Hanzo. I wonder if he's going to keep this one. And yeah, it looks like he actually will be here. And just let me know when you need your invite and I can try to send it your way. Hope there's not too much action breaking off. But I want to see exactly how this man's going to handle this, because it's going to be very difficult as a Hanzo to do much here. We've seen Hanzo used by Pleppy yesterday in the Go2 Gamers tournament. And he's even said that Hanzo can be really strong. The only problem is that it's very kind of RNG based. You have to get kind of a little bit lucky with your shots.
Yeah, I noticed. I've seen Shadowburn playing Hands on the Ladder, and I am in the game. So if you can send me an invite, it'd be amazing.
Alright, let me just...
Hopefully we don't miss anything in the interim. But yeah, I've seen Shadowburn practicing Hanzo on the ladder a little bit. He can't. I mean, if you can land the hits, then he does devastating damage. It's just a matter of landing those hits. And I'm loading in.
Alright, so Shark going to be on the Reinhardt. Cypher's already been taken down, though, as Lynx isn't able to get that snipe off onto him. So that does delay their push for a little bit longer. Lynx... Let's see, 76% is ultimate, so that's going to be online very, very shortly, which will help prevent any sort of aggression. Oh, trying to connect onto someone, Crew, sorry, able to take down the Hanzo, to take down Shadowburn, so a little bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, and we're seeing Quake Fortress play this very slow style. Like, we've been seeing the aggressive, the double orb style all day, and now we're just seeing this Reinhardt versus Reinhardt clash. Very slow, very steady. Shadowburn looking for those picks on the high ground. Lynx, getting the hit on Solid 76. That's going to slow down this push. Shadowburn almost caught out by Reinhardt, but does manage to just hop over the wall and then hop back, launching up into the air, flying off those arrows, trying to get that hit on Lynx.
That was a dirty shot, by the way. I was watching Lynx. I was able to pick up the kill on a Cypher. He's actually now switched over to the D.Va. Shadowburn able to take down Lynx in the sniper duel, and it looks like we finally might start to see the push in that we're looking for here out of Quake Fortress. That's going to be Shark going to be leading the charge. Hanzo ultimately coming through as well to eliminate some sort of control, and Drakeus able to pick up a double, looking for the third. He will secure it, and that will be a solid hold yet again here. Cypher, I feel like he didn't really do much, though. He's on the D.Va, unless he got desuited then resuited. I didn't really see him much in that fight.
No, I mean, Drakeus managed to catch two people with the Earth Shadow there. Hanzo ult did go out, but it did catch the team, but didn't do any lasting damage. This is kind of the problem with Hanzo's ultimate, is it's good for zoning, but you never really get that much damage on a team that's aware of it. You have to be very clever with the placement, sort of shoot it through a wall that everyone stood next to, but they just sidestepped and then dropped the hammer and killed everyone.
I'm tagging along with Lynx here, trying to look for another snipe yet again. Took down Shadowburn just prior. He's even doing some decent damage to Cypher's, just hearing the shots go off one by one. We do finally see a Genji going to be looking for that Widowmaker, and if he hits the shot, it'll be amazing. But Shadowburn, he actually will juke away from it. So, good start by him here, and the point will be contested a little bit. Cypher being a little bit too far up without any backup, and he will fall. And the teleport's online as well, so this is going to be a very strong defense. I'm not sure exactly how Quake Fortress is going to break this.
Yeah, Shadowburn just got caught out 3 versus 1. It was a little bit dangerous for a while when he was hunting down Lynx, as Lynx is very near the teleporter. If he did manage to pick up that kill, it could have swung the game, but just got isolated, hit that Venom mine, and just had to retreat. Didn't have his deflect up and got caught out and picked off, and that seems to be the story of this match so far. Lynx is finding picks, and then just stopping the assault, basically slowing down Quake Fortress. They're not able to go in. Shadowburn going aggressive now, does have to duke out, does manage to get the assassination on McCree, is going for now Lynx, trying to hunt him down as the team tries to follow in with a Transcendence. Everything's going up on the point.
I was hoping he's going to be able to pick up Lynx in that 1v1. There's no reason not to. Drakeus gets Earth Shatter onto Shark, knocks him down, but he gets back alive, doesn't get taken down. Not much back on the back side of that, but Bromas in towards the statue, looking for some decent damage, just going to try to stay alive. Shadowburn's able to pick up the kill onto RTR, and Shadowburn just looking to chase them one by one. Crew is here. The teleporter's alive as well. Lynx going to be switching over to that tracer that we wanted to see him on, that he did so damn well against Arcane before, and this point hasn't even passed the first choke point yet.
Yeah, we can see Cypher just valiantly trying to hold it down. The Symmetra towers were up for ages, though, doing a lot of damage, and it's just not been enough. They haven't managed to consolidate the point, and now they're just coming through the teleporter, just reinforce the point, and now it's all safe again. We're back onto this Reinhardt sort of face-off and waiting for the teams to initiate.
Well, Vonethil doesn't have teleporter up anymore. He's actually on the recharge, but Shadowburn looking straight into the backside, looking to pick up the kill on the Bromas, and won't be able to do just that. He's actually a little bit too far pushed up, but he picks up 2 big kills. Just like that, RTR was finally able to shut him down, and Mofo, damn it, I said it, it's going to be popping his Deadeye just to hold them back off the point.
Or Link's going in trying to, get rid of that McCree. Does manage to pick him off, but he does actually fire at the same time. So Reinhardt also clobbering Tracer. That's bad for the Tracer. Trust me, she doesn't survive much of that. And yeah, they managed to take the point in convincing fashion. Just a few picks from Shadowburn, getting into the back line, getting a couple of quick kills, and they capitalize.
Well, it took them a hell of a long time, 4 minutes and 29 seconds, but they were finally able to capture that point. Just like what we saw in our first game of the day, actually, when it was on Hollywood with Dumplings up against Mix. It took 3 minutes and 50 seconds for Dumplings to take that first point, but once they did, they closed up the game in 8 total. So there's a big possibility that we could see Quake Fortress doing just that. But again, Link's gonna be on that Tracer, trying to be a big nuisance. I'm gonna tag along with him for a little bit here, see how he does go into that backside, looking for Cypher. It's gonna be very hard for him to win out in that battle against the Soldier. But he pops back for the healing, gets the kill eventually. Smart use, great game awareness out of him to realize where the health pack was going to be and how he could time that one perfectly. And we've already seen him go against Reinhardt's before, and he's going to be going for it yet again.
Yeah, I mean, on the point, we had a bit of a scuffle. McCree managed to sort of land a flashbang and take down the Reinhardt Baron and get a couple of kills, but they haven't capitalized off it. And Bromas, with a Riptire out of nowhere, just managed to pick Reinhardt off. And yeah, they just stalled again. It looks like every single time Quake Fortress try and do something, they just don't have enough oomph to push through and actually capitalize on the couple of picks. They need to get a really decisive set of kills, like Shadowburn got 2 kills before. And yeah, oh Jesus.
Pulse Bomb, able to take him down. That's a little bit unfortunate for him. And now they have to wait yet again. And honestly, Lynx, whether it was on the Widowmaker or now on the Tracer, has been doing an amazing job of just picking one person off. And yeah, 1 kill, it's not amazing, but it delays for so damn long for the enemy team to actually have a chance to push up, because they're going to wait for that person to respawn back in before they do go for that push, unless they somehow get that 1-for-1 trade that they might be looking for. Oh, and I think McCree has been spotted coming on the backside, but I'm not sure how much it's going to matter here, as the Transcendent's going to be coming in.
Yep, the healing ults are fired off, and it looks like Quake Fortress actually managed to take it. Shadowburn, with a couple of quick kills, does manage to land a scatter arrow, and Reinhardt taken out and then pick off Crew there. It does look like they're going to be able to take it, unless Lynx can 1v4 the entire rest of this team, which, judging by how he's been playing today, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't.
Like they're pushing forward slowly. That said, Hanzo on this backline, looking for kills, does manage to pick off Art here. Does take down the McCree with the scatter arrow. He could snipe off Bromas. He's got to be so careful. These mid-range duels against these sort of projectile characters can swing so violently.
And you saw Lynx there just trying to really respect Shadowburn on the Hanzo. Realize how much damage he was doing. Ultimately coming through. We'll at least force them back a little bit here. Just tagging along with Shadowburn as it does get melee off every once in a while. He had to pick up the kill on Avante with the scatter arrow. A little bit, I wanted to say lucky, but this man plays Hanzo enough to know what's going to work and not work. And he's just trying to dodge as much as he possibly can, but Artier will eventually secure the kill onto him. It just seems like we're losing too many men on the side of Flatearth. Lynx is just trying to hold the payload back.
Yeah, I mean, the teams got really split up there in a big fight, and Soldier 76, this is why I like Soldier 76 so much. He's so good just standing on the point, getting the healing from it, and just throwing down his own heal, and he becomes so durable, so difficult to get rid of. And he just stood on the point, fought Lynx off, made sure Lynx wasn't doing much, and yeah, they managed to secure the point. And Symmetra running in for a swift death there. I think she just wants to swap for something a little bit more useful for this last point.
All right, 7 minutes and 36 seconds was the time for them to capture point 2. Now it comes into the home stretch. They have 2 minutes to do it. And it's going to be damn difficult to pull this one off. We see Lynx back again on the Widowmaker. And we see Mufu dropping against the Widowmaker. This is very reminiscent of what we saw on that first point already.
Yeah, and Drakus does have his Earth Shadow ready, so we're going to wait to see these Earth Shadows come out. Cooler, of course, does also have Transcendence, so anything could happen at any moment. That said, we do see a Mercy Widowmaker combo. I love seeing this combo, and yeah, Vonethil is just sitting on Lynx. This is incredibly dangerous for the squishies on Quake Fortress. Oh, yeah, Drakus missing the charge. Gets caught off by Mufu and picked up in the back.
Not sure if that was the most ideal thing to do, because he charged in with an Orbit Discord on him, and well, as you're going to see, he's not going to really survive. The Artier, he's actually still alive somehow. He's able to pick up 2 kills, and somehow they've been able to actually turn this one around, force them back, and actually get some control. A minute 20 left to go on the clock, and the Artier, with the dead available, is just plain sneaky. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, Lynx was doing work just on that back high ground there. Widowmaker is so dangerous up there. She's very difficult to dislodge. You've got to try and get through the entire team to get to her, and if you do that, well, that's going to kill you. That's it. Oh, that's a beautiful Dragon Strike. That's how I like to see Dragon Strike used. Fire it through a wall, and Oh, Reinhardt. Oh, no.
Oh, he got knocked off, and then even Vonathal's gonna die before he get any sort of revive back in. Crew, I'm not sure exactly why he's going in, because the ultimate's being popped by Cypher, and they're on the home stretch, 50 seconds to go, and they could finish off this one. There's no one here to even defend, to even get on top of the pillar. They have to run as fast as they possibly can, throw everyone they have. Lynx is gonna be the man to do that, as he immediately gets blown up. Cypher picks up 2. Dracaeus will end the charge, and the revive comes in as well, and that's who the RTR popping the Deadeye to try to hold them back, but I don't think he connected onto anyone, unfortunately. And Shark and Shadowburn just try to keep this payload in motion, trying to actually finish, but they won't be able to do that.
They managed it. That Vonathal just, like, that's play of the game. I don't care what comes up at the end. Vonathal just saved that match with that res. He managed to pick everyone up. Lynx got onto the point, died immediately, and picked back up, and now he's stalling. 15 seconds to go. They might have just held this.
I think you could be right here. There's only one ultimate on the side of Quake Fortress. That's out of Cooler, and Lynx is just trying to harass. He's gonna have his ultimate online very soon. He's at 98%, and he will get taken out by Mofo though, so he's not gonna have the chance to use it just yet. There's gonna be no revive either, but Dracaeus is charging straight through, delaying. The payload's in overtime, but no one's even near to touch it, and they will close it out. They have prevented Quake Fortress from finishing that map.
Man, that hold. I thought they were done. I thought Flatearth were finished, but that was amazing. That was the power of Mercy. Like, I'm so happy to see her. I really like Mercy. I think she's vastly underrated in a lot of comps, and yeah, beautiful.
All right, well, play the game. I'll go over to RTR. We'll see why. I think maybe Lynx should have had it right there with 2 quick kills, but RTR was able to charge straight through off the back of Lynx, opening that one up. And you really can't underestimate Widowmaker and what she can do.
Yeah, I mean, she just helps dismantle the team, creates an opening, and then McCree gets in there, starts hitting those right clicks. And when you're right clicking onto someone like Reinhardt, he's just going to drop like a stone, like a huge German stone.
I'm trying to think of the German word for that, but I actually don't know.
No, well, I mean, you've been in Cologne for a while. Surely your German's better than mine.
Krankenwagen. There you go.
Oh dear.
Ambulance.
Maybe not.
I know a little bit, but I don't know stone. But he did drop, and he fell very easily to RTR being able to push through on that McCree. But now we're in the second half. I mean, you look at the times. It took 4 minutes and 29 seconds to cap the initial point. It took 7 minutes and 36 seconds total to get to the second point. That's some really rough times. As long as Flatearth gets that second point under 7 minutes and 36 seconds, they will have won map 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting to see Flatearth run this aggressive comp, run the 2 orbs comp. It looks like they're setting up for that with the Symmetra offensively, and Lynx has been on fire today. Like, Lynx has been doing work. Not to sort of talk down any of the rest of the team, they've been playing incredibly well, and Lynx is going for that Widowmaker again. And yeah, we're seeing definitely now the double Genyatta, and it looks like they're just going to go for an aggressive blitz, try and take this first point quickly, and if they manage that, holding that second point is so hard. Like, you can't really stop the grind forward. I've seen very few matches stall out at that point. So it's all, to me, it's going to all come down to this first point.
And for what we've seen before, I'm trying to look at the times. It was 1 minute and 41 seconds for Flatearth to capture the first point up against Arcane. However, Arcane did cap it in minute 17, so gonna have to look at it with I guess a grain of salt there. But I don't know. I mean, I want to say if they take the first point really quickly, then the second point, there's just no stopping them, because then you have to delay for like 6 minutes, which is almost impossible, I'd say, in that Death Alley. But if they're a little bit slower, I think there's definitely a chance. It just kind of comes down to how quickly we see Quake Fortress adapt, and if the comp that they're going to be running with works out for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at these 2 comps, and I'm honestly worried for Quake Fortress. They're very squishy. They don't have that much damage to really deal with these 2 Genjis. They can try and like get some Symmetra catches, but they're really relying on Mufu landing those flashbangs to really get some damage out. I'm trying to see where Symmetra set up a turret nest. It looks like, yeah, it's just by this wall at the front, so that's actually not really going to stop them getting on the point. They're sort of banking on them going around this statue area, but I think they're just going to go straight for the point.
And look where Lynx went as well. He actually switched up position. He's not going for the kind of standard route where you kind of go up towards the top of the church and then snipe from there. He's actually came around towards the side looking for a kill in. Well, there you go. Able to pick up Shadowburn. That's now a Genji gone. And as you're saying, they're very squishy. You see exactly why right there. He's looking for the second. Just like connect, though, onto Mofo. And you see him kind of regretting that one. But he won't take down Cool. That's 2 kills. This could be the point taken already if they just push in.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that was really dangerous there was also that Reinhardt managed to get the All Discord on him, and that makes it so dangerous, especially when someone's got behind you. You're so paranoid as Reinhardt. He just had to back off into a corner and couldn't defend the point anymore, so they just lost ground and pushed onto the point.
You're kidding me. 42 seconds.
42 seconds. That's stunningly fast. That's one of the fastest times I've seen. Just rolled over him.
They had to defend for like 7 minutes.
Well, they brought out Roadhog.
I mean,
hoping these hooks hit.
It's going to come down to that, right? I mean, you have to see Shark connect something. They need to get picks and have that that's 5 or 6 on 5 advantage. But you can just see the flurry of shurikens being sent his way. It's just only charging the ultimates out of RTR and Bromos, and they need to respect that, need to give up a little bit of ground. Finally, we'll see RTR finally fall. That's Cypher picking up the kill, and the hook going to finally land onto Bromos. But he's going to be able to get the dash and escape.
Yeah, and he actually dashes through Shadowburn and takes him out, which is, like, incredible. I'm not sure quite what happened with Shark there. It looked like the hook just pulled him a little bit oddly, and they weren't anticipating that. But oh god, Cypher picked off as well. And I'm really worried for Quake Fortress here, because they don't have any barriers either. So nothing's going to stop this Widowmaker just shelling away, dealing damage. You can see Lynx picking up 2 kills, taking out Forsaken, removing the support, and yeah, they're just dropping like flies. This push is not going to stop. Yeah,
they've got no ultimates either to hold them back, and they can't even keep all 6 alive at the same point. 4 people going to be seen on the payload to push it across, and I think even then, by being this close, there's just no way. Cooler comes in from the backside on the Zenyatta, and RTR quickly disposes of that. And that will be game 1 of the books. Nope, hasn't crossed just yet. But almost certainly it has to.
Well, that's what we thought last time, but who knows, Shadowburn going off here. Actually, nope, just splattered away Symmetra with the carry. Amazing Symmetra stuff.
So that's map 1 in the books. That's going to be Flatearth. I didn't even have an overlay up the entire time. Good job, Jason. Flatearth taking that map. And we will be going on to Nepal next, actually. And I'm curious about your thoughts on Control, because I really, really enjoy Control maps. I think there's a couple of tweaks they could do to it to make it a little bit better, but it's definitely one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, especially from like a spectator point of view, from the esports angle, like I get the complaint that we hear quite often is that Stopwatch, it's a little bit unintuitive, it's a little bit hard to follow, but with the King of the Hill maps, it's just, you know, you win or you lose. And it all comes down to what's happening on the screen. It's absolutely... It's so much fun to watch. I love watching it. I love teams. I love the back and forth that kind of happens. I do agree that there's a few tweaks to the maps. I think the maps can kind of snowball and you can get pinned to the dropship. But I love it. I'm so happy that we actually have 3 potential King of the Hills coming up.
Yeah, typically we wouldn't really see that. I mean, when it comes to a best of 5, typically all the payload maps would get put in right away. But I'm guessing that Quake Fortress, I think we've seen them do this before, actually vetoed out a lot of them. Because they didn't want to let the other team get comfortable with, you know, a map, like a payload. They want to try to catch them off guard, which is honestly damn difficult to do.
And well, I want to remark on that Genji play, because that's what happens when Genji sort of goes off when he gets that first kill and just snowballs it repeatedly. And you could see the Reinhardt just stuck in a corner, Orbital Discord on him, easy prey for a Genji to pick off, and then just took that, dashed through the team, killed someone, dashed through the team again, killed someone again, and yeah, that just opened the point up completely. Fast capture and push to the win.
I could just, the thing is, I know how that feels, just being trapped in the corner, Orbital Discord on you, no one to really support you, and you're just kind of like, guys, please, this is already bad enough, just leave me alone. And then you get frustrated, but oh well. On to map 2, start when ready. But yeah, this is like a nice showing out of Flatearth. This is the old Planet Key Dynamics, for you guys who are wondering, minus Outsider plus Crew. This is the team who were able to challenge Melty in the first beta phase. But at the moment, well, not at the moment, but in the start of beta phase 2 and at the end of beta phase 1, they kind of were unseen. They didn't really do much. And now they're starting to finally come back and really showing out that they're definitely a strong team that they have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said it since the start, I've been riding the Flatearth hype train, and I'm so glad to have that vindicated. They were doing really well yesterday in the Go-To Gamers Cup. I was super impressed with their play there. Managed to put a big threat up to IDDQD, who sadly didn't join us today.
I think that's plup because he needed to buy some kebabs.
Of course.
Or he's sleeping.
I mean, there's been a little bit fewer memes in the chat, I've noticed. Like, their absence is definitely apparent. But, Nepal, I'm so glad to see King of the Hill maps.
Yeah, I think for me, one thing I'd love to see change, and this is something that Uber and Mitch and I talked about when it came to our control map video over on a YouTube channel, that I just like how you can gain progress when it's being contested. For instance, you're at like 5%, you're at 5 points or 5%, and it's contested. You'll keep ticking up to 6 to 7 to 8 until it's not until they capture the point. But in every other game mode, forward progress is always stopped.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And I mean, we see links on Mei, and Mei's going to be a testament to that because she can contest for days. Like, her ability is just stalling and stalling and stalling. So if they can secure this payload first and then just stall off the back of that, they have Reaper getting caught out a bit. Has to be careful, has to Wraithform immediately, get away from Shadowburn there. Shadowburn caught out a bit, doesn't actually manage to get flashbang though. Crew in a little bit of trouble with Shadowburn, dealing a lot of damage at the front. Will he go down? Winston just chasing him off. It looks like, actually, I think Quake Fortress might take this. They've wrapped around and getting into a good position.
I wouldn't be surprised. Kills have gone their way as you see 3 men down on the side of Flatearth. And it looks like they should be able to clean up the rest. There's only Cypher's men who has gone down. They had picked up the initial point, but now they're starting to lose quite a few men themselves, and Lynx is just hoping for some backup, but he's going to use his shift there. Only just to delay the inevitable, I feel like, since there's just so many people around it. But they haven't even, I guess they haven't finished him off. They haven't really spotted him. That's Mofo just able to look at him, but eventually he will fall. And the rest of the team is going to be here to back this one up.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been amazing if he could have done anything there, but no. It just had to be put on ice for now.
You're just forcing these in, aren't you?
I love him. I love him so much. And here we go. Massive engagement. Shadowburn going in, finding Mercy, taking her out immediately. Meanwhile, the rest of the team just cleans up on that front line. And this is dangerous.
Yeah.
This is kind of what happened on Kings. Is what can happen on these King of the Hill maps, where one team sort of gets momentum and just stays on the point. It's going to be up to Flatearth right now, just to slow it down a bit, group up, get their ultimates ready, and make a decisive push. Make that sort of focused push, pull the team apart, and take the point back.
Oh, Cypher, he's looking to pick up the kill on Ivanithil. And this is the first time we've actually seen him on Tracer so far today, and you kind of wonder why was he allowed to play it on King's Row, because he's doing some dang good work here. And maybe you just see on the bottom of the screen here, Lynx, last man alive, R2 respawning back in. I don't think they're able to break this defense anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, and now it's especially dangerous. Like, Shark does have his Shadow up and running. That's going to stall out any kind of aggressive assaults. The moment that Reinhardt shield drops, expect to see that come out, really stall out the pressure on the point, buy them a little bit more time. They only have 25% left, so they've got to make something happen fast. Yeah,
they switched, actually. They got rid of their tank. They got rid of their Mercy, who had ultimate up. Switched over to the comp that they know. But also the Reaper. Bromas is going to be on the Reaper this time, so a little bit of a change. Not really seeing the Lucio or the Widowmaker.
And I do like Reaper on this map, especially when he gets his ultimate. You get him on the point, you can just secure it so easily if the enemy team isn't prepared. But I'm worried here. I don't think that this change is really going to do them any favors. There's still 4 ultimates, even though Shadowburn does get picked off. Still 4 ultimates for Quake Fortress, so they're very safe.
Oh my lord, that Earth Shatter coming in, catch on a 4, but Bromas comes in for the backside and punishes Shark from even being able to do anything off the back of it. And with just 99% of the board, they're able to pick that up, able to secure the point themselves, and now we have to see how well Quake Fortress can do on this attack.
Yeah, I take back everything I just said. Jesus. Oh man, you see, but I did say Reaper can just swing it. You can clear out that point, something brutal. But they're coming in now. Sound Barrier is ready for Forsaken. There's the Transcendence. Shadowburn goes in on his own, does move away from the Transcendence, gets picked up immediately by the Symmetra, and danger time now. Here comes the Sound Barrier. Will still out that damage a little bit longer. Shark swinging away. Bromas manages to Wraithform. Gonna stay on the point just a little bit longer. That time is ticking up, and it's just Reinhardt left now on the point.
Well, he's able to take down Reaper. He's able to take down Symmetra. Can he get a Genji? No, Lynx will shut him down finally, but so he did a lot of work there, and they're out at 40% on this point. Shadowburn is off to the side. Looking to maybe catch on to them. If he can run this 1v... Wow. They actually reflected back and forth the initial shuriken that Shadowburn threw out. And they pick up the kill onto him. The point is now actually being capped over. They need to prevent this one. It's a issue. It's going to go into overtime, but they're already contesting it, trying to prevent as long as they possibly can. There's the overtime ticket over. And I think they might have been able to do it. It's just pretty much Bromas by himself who will eventually fall.
Yeah, I somehow doubt Symmetra's going to be able to do this. Lynx is going in. Nope, picked up immediately. And can they just buy the time? We have seen miracle comebacks.
No. Archer a little bit too slow. And that will be the first of this... I don't know what to call it, the first best of 3 of this.
Mini best of 3.
Yeah. Map 1. Well, point 1. I don't even know what to call it. Has been taken by Quake Fortress. I give up.
Yeah. That Genji thing, seeing the shurikens bounce back and forth. I believe in gaming lexicon that's called the Death Rally, if I know my Legend of Zelda correctly, because that game relies so heavily on that mechanic. It's the first time I've seen it actually happen in game, where Genji's just reflecting the same projectile between each other.
I wonder if you have 6 Genjis, and you keep the same shuriken going over and over again.
It would take some impressive coordination. I'd love to see it done. Just
someone get on that.
Get 12 Genjis in a single map and see how long we can keep a projectile bouncing. Make it something slow, like get 11 Genjis and a Symmetra, and then bounce the ball around like a volleyball.
You know, you could probably make a game out of that.
Yeah.
Or like do dodgeball with like 12 Symmetras. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, into the second part of this one, the control point gonna unlock in about 5 seconds time. Ooh, Artier able to get in and do some good damage, able to assassinate Forsaken, even looking for a Tracer there on the form of Cypher will eventually fall to Lynx. And actually, Lynx is gonna be on the Widowmaker this time, and he's being pretty much left alone at the moment.
Yeah, I do like Widowmaker on this map. There's a lot of high ground and balconies you can get to, have a lot of vision on the point. And, I mean, Volatile is also doing a really good job. I've been keeping an eye on where his orbs of Discord have been going, and he's been just on point putting them down. It might be one of them, it might be Crew. It's hard to tell whose orb of Discord is getting these kills, but a lot of these kills are coming off the back of orb of Discords on a target, and they're following it up appropriately.
All right, well, the initial cap, it will, in fact, go over here to Flatearth. And even being contested, ASAP as Artier is able to eliminate Cooler. Shark going to be the man to charge straight through. Doesn't really have much support behind him just yet. Cypher going to join in. Forsaken come in as well to get some healing. And it looks like the side of Flatearth actually just concede the point at the moment. They're not feeling confident enough to go for this battle outright.
I'm waiting for this bomb. Bromas has one ready to go in. There's a lot of people just stacked up. It could be danger time. This is where, you know, those legendary bombs are found. When everyone's clumped on a single point, it's just so dangerous. You could use it just to remove the tank. Very curious to see where that's going to go. There it goes. 2 kills. Beautiful.
I just think of a spirit bomb when I see him holding it. Everyone channeling his energy to Bromas to pick up the kill on Frieza. Yeah, like I said, he picks up 2 kills, and the point will switch back over to them. However, they're actually behind in percent. 22 to 15, as it will slowly just take away. Archer will have ultimate available, and there's an ultimate yet out here on the side. Quake Fortress.
I'm curious to see if Cooler can get something off the back of this Transcendence, if they're going to make a push out of it. Mufu is also ready to go. So they could try and force something off the back of this.
Oh, they're speeding themselves in. They're trying to go straight for the charge. Again, Shark doesn't have ultimate. Transcendence going to be popped to try to force them back, but a counter Transcendence as well. And it looks like Crew is just pretty much the only man here to defend onto this point. Archie are going to be popping the Dragon Blade to go in and do some damage, and well, he'll do just that, able to help pick up a couple of kills. Link still on the Widowmaker doing work. Mufo going to fall, and that's going to be a full wipe coming out. And this is where the snowball really starts to come in, because their ult percents have to be damn close.
Yeah, and one thing I want to remark on as well is I love this Symmetra pick. It's a kind of a risky pick because she doesn't bring much direct combat strength herself, but these turrets on the back of the pillars, when she's been managing to get them up, are just causing so many problems. Like, people have to stop, turn around, get rid of them. And that's drawing attention away from Lynx, it's drawing attention away from Artia, and they're killing people off the back of that.
Speaking of Lynx, actually being chased down by Shadowburn, but he lures him right into a trap, and that's got to be communicated between him and Dracaeus, because he just walks straight into it, and obviously when he's slow like that as a Genji, there's no real chance you're going to be able to catch on to a Widowmaker who's eventually going to, you know, whittle away at you. So good placement, smart use out of that one, and now only about 20% away here, we might eventually see Flatearth take this second point.
Yeah, 3 ults are up for Quake Fortress, so we could see something come off the back. Oh, the Reinhardt ultimate, Urshiada can come down very decisively. It depends if they can manage to get rid. Oh god, there's a bomb, but it's only on Symmetra. It doesn't manage to get too much damage. As I said, Lynx is just going off in the back, just dealing damage, and yeah, they're just dying to this sniper fire that Reinhardt isn't seeming to protect them from.
Yeah, Lynx, he killed Shadowburn being chased by him, then killed Shadowburn when he came into his face, like a little bit later on the revive. It's just like, as a Genji, what do you do that? You only have 150 HP. Maybe they need to run a Symmetra themselves to get him to that 200 HP point, and even then, if he gets headshotted, he's still going to die.
Yeah, I mean, if I know my numbers correctly, I think Widowmaker's Venom Mine does 75 damage. I might be a bit off on that. It does quite a lot of damage over time, and the Widow's Kiss, when in Assault Rifle mode, it's not that weak. If you can land the hits, it's pretty damn dangerous, and it's very accurate. So if you land the hits, Genji's going to drop. Yep,
and we saw that quite a few times, especially with a turret coming out of Dracaeus. But we see quite a big switch here. We see some Roadhogs being used. We do see Dracaeus back on the Reinhardt. Of course, we're going to see Lucio's as well. And Shadowburn even going to be on the Pharah, trying to knock people into the pit of despair. But you can already see that Flatearth going to be coming around the side, trying to catch him off guard. And this is a lot of damage Shadowburn's already laying down.
Oh, he just missed that knockback onto the Roadhog. This is why I was so excited to see Pharah. Shadowburn plays a very good Pharah as well. Yep. And it's so dangerous on this map. That pit is just lethal. It's by far the fastest way to kill someone. Just fire a concussive bomb onto the point. Junkrat, Pharah, Lucio, all incredibly dangerous here. And I imagine they're also going to be fishing with the Roadhogs, trying to drag people into the pit.
You call it fishing.
Oh, it's how I do it, at least. I just throw out a line and see what I get.
Yep. Hook, line, and sinker. Well, he's going to be one of the men actually defending onto the point. Tagging along with Bromas here on this Reaper. Trying to come in from the side.
Lynx I saw a pig fly. Like, Lynx jetted through the air, almost fell to his death. That was close. They're getting cornered here. There's a tracer bomb in there, almost managed to catch 2 people. And Reinhardt's in there, swinging away. That's dealing a lot of damage, but it does get taken out by the Roadhog. He's very dangerous in these close environments. Tracer caught now on her own. Shadowburn also trying to deal some damage. Duke back and forth. There's the Orb of Discord. Incredibly dangerous now for Flatearth to be in the air. And Lynx misses the hook, but can the Zenyatta pick her out the air? No, Zenyatta goes, Zenyatta goes down, and Shadowburn's still there.
Ultimate going to be used. Gonna connect and eventually pick up the kill on Jacquea, so we might see the point finally switched over at about 50%, 49% in favor of Flatearth. And you know, you have to think about it this way, with the Roadhog and the Reaper in the same position, Shadowburn is just going off, taking an R tier. The shotguns in close proximity can do so much damage, but it looks like with the swap over to the Pharah, position they're able to pull off, they're able to secure this point. Now it comes down to the attack inside Flatearth. Can they secure the point back for themselves? It's going to be one hell of a ride for them to pull it off. And they've actually switched themselves. Bromos over to, well, from the Reaper over to the Soldier.
Yeah, I really like that swap. That's just to help deal with the fire. That accurate fire he has now, just dealing a lot of damage. You're not getting anything with the Deadeye there. Bromos actually managed to clean up a shot. It looks like Drakus just isolated in the corner there, just picked off as well. Shadowburn is not being dealt with.
No, he's not. Yeah, and he's being left alone for the most part. Bromos able to pick up the kill in a cooler in the battle of long range. And even he doesn't know where exactly Shadowburn's going to be. He's able to get some good damage back onto him. They're trying to hold them back up their spawn. We could see Quake Fortress pick this map up. This is very difficult. Jacquea has ultimate online, yes, but to have the opportunity to pop the ultimate down and hit more than 1 or 2 people is going to be so difficult.
Yeah, I mean, this is where it comes down to those Reinhardt mind games. You know, who drops the barrier first, and then who can actually get the confirmed kill on the enemy Reinhardt. Because if you don't, you can just turn around, bring the hammer down again, and just it can swing entire fights when Reinhardt's mess up. Basically, it all comes down to that mind game, and it's the virtue of a good Reinhardt player to find that point. Oof. And here it comes. Well,
just only hits 1, only Forsaken, but that's still 1 kill's better than none. And Shark's forced to sit on the point, but with no shield up anymore in Orb of Discord, he might fall. And Pulsar going to come in, actually completely eliminate the shield, and he will eventually get smacked down. Lynx fortunately gets too close to the hammer, and he will die. 84%. The point was almost captured. I think we might be able to see. I think Quake Fortress might be able to pull this one off. I think they're going to take it, well, obviously to the 3rd map because it's a best of 5, but I think they're going to tie things up.
Yeah, we could be just moving on a 1-1, which, you know, it brings us closer to Ilios. And that has me excited. That said, this final push, I mean, we've seen Flatearth definitely take a back move. We're not getting anything there with the Deadeye. Doesn't manage to find anything. And Flatearth do take the point. Now it's a dangerous point. Like, these staircases are so dangerous for Reinhardts to be in. It's so easy to get a good charge on them. And there's so little room to dodge that you can just eliminate the enemy Reinhardt, kill him quickly, and a fight can just spill out and turn into a sweep rapidly.
Well, Lynx again, just doing Lynx things on this Tracer, just sort of trying to harass as much as possible. And well, as you can see on just the score alone, 99%. It's so close for both these teams, but it's currently in favor of Flatearth, and I was wondering if Lynx actually going to come around the side, but he has Pulse Bomb back up yet again. And with them all grouped up in here, it could be dangerous. He gets the Pulse Bomb. No, he doesn't get it off. He got Flashbang while trying to throw it. And that could have been a complete wipe and potentially the game, but here we go. Cypher trying to come in for the back to help out as well, and the team trying to rush straight through with Forsaken and Mofo to lead the way.
Yeah, Shadowburn also picked up there. He did have his ultimate up. He will be coming back soon to try and take this point, but I gotta wonder, are they gonna manage to take this back? This is so close, 99% on both sides.
Bromos, he came in from the backside. He came in behind them and picks up 3 big kills. Cooler, Shark all go down. Overtime is being procced. Shadowburn can't get in. He gets taken down before he can pull it back in. And that is gonna be it. Flatearth take map 2.
Oh man, I love King of the Hill. I love it so much. That was close. That was by the skin of their teeth. But yeah, Flatearth 2-0 up. And Lynx on Widowmaker.
Of course.
Oh, beautiful positioning behind the enemy team, just looking for these picks, getting damage right now. Big squish attack, Shadowburn all Discord. Yes, beautiful. And I want to play Widowmaker more. I'm that guy who just really wants to play Widowmaker, but wants to also contribute to the team. So I never get to play Widowmaker, basically.
See, I get discouraged when I see that. I'm just like, yeah, you know, that's great play by him. Too bad I can never do that. Too bad I can never hit those shots. I still say, though, for me, it's the mouse sensitivity. Because when you scope, it actually lowers your sensitivity.
Yeah, it's a little
That's my excuse.
I also really want the toggle in. I'm a toggle scoper, so that's what I blame my misses on as well. That I have to hold down right mouse button and it feels weird.
Ugh.
I know, it's horrible.
Wait. You're a toggle scoper, which means you want to hit right click and have it toggle, but then come back out.
Yeah, I just want to tap right click and then the sniper scope comes up. That's what I want.
But you tap it and it stays out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're weird. You're weird. I come from the CS era of the AWP where you right click and it stays scoped the entire time. But the sensitivity was like the same across. But
Oh yeah, no, that's what I want.
yeah,
Like, and it's because Overwatch isn't an aim down sights game where I think that sort of hold right click works. But anyway, we're moving on to Hollywood instead of just talking about Widowmaker mechanics. I know they're adding the option soon, so yeah, and they're also going to add it for Mercy as well. I hope where you can toggle just the beam on someone. Hollywood again. Beautiful map. I love this map. Heroes have tons of room to shine. There's just so many places where each hero can shine. Lots of little flanking passageways, lots of little areas to take, and I'm curious to see what they make of this.
I think we're probably going to see the doubles in Yada, the Genji, the Tracer, Symmetra, and maybe Bromas is going to be playing the Soldier this time instead of actually... wow, what is that? That is not a 2. Instead of playing on the Lucio or something.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Soldier 76 pick. I do like Soldier. He fits into a lot of comps. And if Quake Fortress are going to be running this Reinhardt, it's going to help break down that barrier. I mean, that's one thing he excels at. He's just plinking away, taking that thing down. It could just open up that pressure from the front. Like, that's what he does. He stands at the front, deals damage. That's it. Link's still not connected. Hopefully he'll be joining us shortly.
Yeah, it should be fine. They're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Maybe still trying to select his hero. Maybe not sure exactly wants to go. Well, there you see. Going to be switching over the Widowmaker. Yeah, I like how you put out the whole Soldier with the Reinhardt. All you do is hold basically left-click the Soldier, and you can eliminate his shield relatively quickly. And that's what I was saying before. We were on Gibraltar with Flatearth up against Arcane. If you have 2 Reinhardts, it comes down to who can take their shield down the quickest. And then that gives you the advantage to push in. Maybe that's why we haven't seen too many Reinhardt, especially with this kind of... Well, yes, Reinhardt doesn't really provide too much up against the Genji Tracer combo. But they're sticking to what they know, and they're sticking to what's strong in the meta. And honestly, you can't really, be mad at that. It's just smart. It's like, definitely. Why would you not use what's really strong at the moment?
Yeah, I definitely would never knock a team for playing a strategy that's clearly winning. I mean... Quake Fortress don't seem to have a good answer for this. They're going to play just a very standard comp, going to be relying on Mufu finding those hits, and it looks like we're going to get a push out of this right-hand flank. They're going to just slowly advance up the wall, up the main street, and I imagine they're going to just try and take this high ground again, try and take over that building that overlooks the point, and if they can take that, then they can start pulling this Reinhardt apart. But Shadowburn is back on Farah, and that's a massive danger to these Genjis.
And Bromas has gotten behind. He's actually on the Tracer this time. With the Discord on Fairy, he might be able to pick up the skill. Shadowburn has to be very careful being forced to go back into the sky where Lynx was potentially waiting to snipe him down. He's pushing up so damn far without this, and the shield is just barely protecting over onto Mufu, damn it. But the shield's already cracking away. It's already fallen down. And Bromas, honestly, I mean, he's not, I guess, the Tracer that we saw Lynx playing, but he's doing a damn good job of being a damn big nuisance.
Yeah, I mean, Lynx is going to be the linchpin of this team. The way I see it going, if Lynx manages to take out that far, pull Shadowburn out of the air, then the Genji and Tracer can just have free reign. They don't have to worry about dodging rocket fire, don't have to worry about catching a rocket incidentally and getting taken out. And he's just covering the spawn now, buying them time. Oh, doesn't manage to catch Cypher. Just manages to rewind and dodge that shot. Very close there.
Well, they take the first point in 58 seconds. That is very fast and very hard to deal with if you're the enemy team. But he's now up against Cypher in the 1v1. Good to see Cypher actually being allowed to play Tracer. We didn't see him doing it in map 1 on King's Row, unfortunately. But Bromas, I mean, this is also the good side of a team. We talked about some people who just can't play, like, for instance, Taimu. He can't play Genji that well, so that's why he kind of really didn't want to join Reunited. They were looking for a Genji player after Mendoku's side left to go over to IDDQD. But to have people who can play every hero at the same level as like the main guy who plays it, like Bromas is doing a damn good job, just like we saw Lynx do it on Tracer. That is a hard combo to beat. I think that's maybe why we're seeing Flatearth, be very strong so far in the second beta phase.
Yeah, I mean, I think that hero depth is definitely going to be a big factor going forward in the future of Overwatch, especially when I mean, right now teams are playing, fairly fixed comps, but what I imagine we'll see in the future is,
Oh, I caught that on camera. He's able to take down Shadowburn and able to take down another. Bromas picks up a triple, and they're already moving through into the next checkpoint. This is so damn difficult. There's just no way that Shark will be able to hold on, and they're walking all over them. In about 2 minutes and 20 seconds, 2:17 to be exact, they cross the second checkpoint.
My god, that was brutal. I'm so glad that these fights are quick because I can go back to rambling about the meta.
Bromas he's just not dying. He's constantly in their back lines. He was in this theater area the entire time, or the backstage area the entire time, and wasn't being dealt with, and yet he still hasn't been controlled. He's still escaping, he's still surviving, and he's still just able to 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, this is the real strength of this comp. We've got the two orbs up front and center. We've got the two, backline harassments, just pulling the team apart. Again, Artia getting Shadowburn, picking him off. We see these duels happening again and again, but they can't get these two harassment heroes under control, and the payload's moving. 3 people are still on it. It's going fast. This is going to set a really quick time, and we might see a 3-0.
And Lynx is still on Widowmaker too. He's able to take down Shark, who switched over to Symmetra to give some extra HP to his team. Pops his aimbot, goes for Shadowburn, does some decent damage to him, but which get reflected on and taken down. But Bromas and Archer are still up, and they're still doing work time and time again. Archer coming with the Dragon Blade, looking for some connections. Mofo has already fallen as he's been playing on the Widowmaker. And with that Discord on Shadowburn, there's just no chance he's going to survive this. And I don't think this payload's going to be stopped. This is just too deadly.
Yeah, Shadowbone doing a good job getting into the team with that Dragon Blade, but with Transcendence up, he's just not going to out-damage it. And yeah, they roll into an incredibly fast time.
3 minutes and 29 seconds. Are you serious?
Think that payload stopped once it started. That just rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. It seems like Flatearth have got Quake Fortress's number.
I have no words for that. I really have no words for that, because that was just ridiculous. The support and the information that Lynx is giving Bromas and Artier together when he gets his ultimate online allow him to be like this unstoppable force when it comes to pushing these fights. Pfft. Wow.
So I think you're starting to join me on the Flatearth hype train?
Nah. Let's see them up against IDDQD again.
Yeah.
And see what happens. I feel like there could have been a chance, a slight chance IDDQD was messing around a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's good to see, I'll say this, that Europe does have a lot of these strong teams, a lot of these teams who can compete and take maps off the best teams, because that gives a lot of depth to Europe, and I like to see how this one's going to go as time goes on. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I love also just the European and North American rivalry, so seeing strong teams emerge on both sides of the pond is lovely, and when the Europeans look so good, I'm feeling confident now. I wasn't when the beta went down, but
yeah,
come back up. Europe has come back strong.
Yeah, IDDQD didn't really exist then. They had the players were obviously there, but not in this form. And then, there was Eccentric coming in when the beta phase 2 came out, which actually was able to beat the North America teams, and that one died really quickly. And then you have IDDQD at the top, Melty, who can't even seem to touch the teams. I know they fell from like a tier 1 to maybe like a tier 3 team. It's kind of hard to make tiers when there's not that many teams out at the moment. But they're struggling. Even Reunited hasn't really been able to pick up the wins that they've maybe wanted to, even though they're a team who's been together for such a long time with just like a rotating 6th.
Now, I'm looking at this lineup for the defending team. Bastion, okay, so people talk a lot of smack about Bastion. Let me tell you about Bastion. Bastion deals astonishing amounts of damage astonishingly quickly. If you aren't expecting him, it doesn't matter how many Orbs of Harmony, especially now that you can only have one. It doesn't matter. He's going to tear you to pieces. And if these Genjis aren't careful, if they aren't prepared, they don't press tab at the right time and see, oh, there's a Bastion on the team, this could be a good stalling tactic. They don't have to win for long. They don't have to, hold the point forever. They just have to hold it for, 3 minutes?
3 and 29. They have to just prevent the game from finishing in 3:29, which I don't know. I'm really not sure if Quake Fortress is going to do it, but we're going to find out here. There's 4 seconds left on the clock before we do kick off potentially our final half here of our grand finals of EU Overwatch Weekly Cup, or Community Cup number 4. And we're going to see the side of Quake Fortress actually group up towards the side, and they're going to push through the buildings this time. They're going to go through the bar instead of coming straight up to the main street.
And I just have to mention, Lynx has the Wood Bastion skin. I love that skin. It's so good. It looks like they definitely, rely on the back of this Bastion just to buy them time, because they only have to hold for about a minute and a half. Like, this payload takes a good 2 minutes to make the entire circuit. I have no idea what the exact time is. Cypher going over the back. There's going to be a constant threat now, trying to pull the team apart. But in this corner, it's so dangerous. They're going to have a hard time. And
walks in and dies. But the Symmetra, though, if he can get the shots off, will do some decent damage. But the thing is, you have a Lucio there to heal him, so Lynx doesn't need to bother to really heal himself too much, and can just concentrate on focusing him down, and there he's going to fall. Forsaken's actually going to be able to pick up or kill himself before dying to Bromas. And this hold in this corner is just proven to be a little bit too difficult. Shadowburn walks into his death, and we've already passed now a minute of time.
Yeah, and I'm liking what I'm seeing as well from Lynx, this moving around, changing position as Bastion. This is something that you really need to do. You can't just stay in that corner and hope it works. But as well, with the roaming Bromas, they can't afford to just, chip away and poke. And it's just such a threat on the side to have the Soldier 76 come in and just try and blow up one of your squishies, try and go for the Zenyadas in the back, for example. Take them out, and the comp falls apart.
Well, Cypher has got around the backside, as well as Shadowbone is able to pick up one. Cooler picks up one as well, and Bromas will fall. This actually will be a good, solid, clean take here. I do see a teleporter, so they're going to be able to come back in to at least go for the fight off the back of this. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to contest it outright when they finally were able to secure this one for Forsaken. Can he pick up much through the doorway?
Yeah,
or
well,
will
he
even
does
have the
have the wall
opportunity?
back up,
Yeah, so they know exactly where that teleporter is.
and it's going to be so hard to push through. Yep, they've got the payload, and they'll be pushing it forward. And are we going to see Lynx swap away from this Bastion, or is he going to just keep stalling with it? Is he going to... Yep, he's staying on it. He seems happy with it.
Well, they already stalled out 1 minute and 41 seconds of time, and that's like another minute and a half, and it's over, basically. So, at this rate, I don't really feel like they're too worried, especially with RTR and Genji. Even running a double Symmetra. Really? Are they putting that many turrets down?
I'm guessing they're just trying to deal as much damage as they can to the Genjis, make them afraid to do anything. He walks into a web of 6, 7 turrets, he's dropping.
12 turrets in one spot, instantly dead.
It's man, it sounds horrible. Like, the turrets are so frustrating. It looks like It looks like Flatearth are calling GG. This isn't Quake Fortress calling GG.
It basically is GG.
Yeah.
I mean, it's now 2 minutes and 30 seconds. There's no possible way they can actually finish the game in a minute time, even if it was uninterrupted. That's kind of the downside of the current spec mode and the current game mode. It doesn't give you that big GG moment, like when there's like physically no chance of them finishing. But I think we can safely say, even with GG's being called out Quake Fortress, they're going to be able to pick up this win, and they will secure themselves their first ESL Cup victory.
Yeah, I mean, just stunning play from Flatearth throughout. I'm really impressed by their play. They've really come together. They formed into this. Oh Jesus, Promash just showboating there rather than letting it push.
Wow.
Getting kills on everyone. They're just playing around now, but yeah, and now they're leaving.
Well,
Flatearth, like choo choo, man. I'm on that hype train all the way.
that was unfortunate. A little bit of an help me out here.
Uneventful?
Yeah, uneventful. There we go. I get there eventually. Grand final, I'd have to say. I was expecting a little bit more out of both teams, but
It was close. Nepal just came down to like the last percentile.
True. You're not wrong on that at all. But they do pick up the win, and so congratulations to them yet again for securing that one. That's pretty much it for the entire show today.